don't eat no poke at dinner.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Now Pollard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry by Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Draymond Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returning it, here's Spencer. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Bridgewater on first down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. That's complete, Okuegbuna.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Bridgewater's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that
play. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Cowboys 0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Denver. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
1st and goal. Melvin Gordon fights off the defender. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Gordon will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 45's the mic, 45.
Prescott now. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Second and 7. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On first down, it's Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Again, it's Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Fields this way up at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, it's Williams, and he stopped immediately there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. To throw, Prescott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now Bridgewater. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.